Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nicole and welcome to the Pretty Introvert channel. Today I'm going to be eating my salmon. I got a salmon Caesar kale salad from Brown Bag Seafood Company, and we are going to talk about all things relationships because for some reason I have this infatuation with relationships. Like, I want to know who cheats more. Does the man cheat more? The woman? Do you think all men cheat? Have you ever been cheated on? So that's what I want to talk about today. First things first, I'm still working on losing weight. I ultimately want to get down to 175-ish. But over the years, my closest friends have always been men, right? And we pretty much talk about any and everything.
This bread that they give is so good.
And so they'll tell me, like, who they're talking to, if they're cheap, all of this stuff. But for some reason, okay, you don't know this about me. I used to be in a physically abusive relationship, and I don't talk about it because I think it was real traumatic for me. Not think, it was really traumatic for me. And even though I was verbally and physically abused, I didn't leave until I caught him cheating. So let me tell you that story. He was in my car, by the way. So he left out in my car. Actually, I think I had just bought a new car and they had given me a loaner vehicle, I think to get my windows tinted, something. And so the dude left out saying he was going to the club or open mic or something with his cousins. That was nothing out of the blue. Okay, my son was like one, maybe 1.5. Let's just say 1.5. So he said he was going to the club. I was like, cool. Usually didn't get home until in the middle of the night, of course, obviously. But time kept going by, and so I would hit him up. It would go straight to voicemail. I was like, I hope everything's okay, because if you know anything about me, I'm a trust God, but I am going to panic first. So I just started worrying. So I remember a few days before that when he was like, his phone rang and he was like, oh, this is my cousin so-and-so. So I was like, well, he said he's going out with his cousin. Let me look on the phone records, go back to this day and time, get this number, call his cousin, see if he okay. So his cousin was like, he was like, yeah, I hadn't seen him since we left the club. He was like, but I'll call our other cousin, see if he talked to him. Called the other cousin. Other cousin was like, nah, I ain't seen him since we left the club. So time go by. It's morning now. I'm watching the news. Like, I hope everything okay. So he walks in the door. He see me. I think I was on the sofa with my son. He walked in the door and was like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. My phone went dead. I was at my cousin's house, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, because your cousin said he ain't seen you since, you know, and he was stumbling over his lies at that point. I don't remember detail for detail, but I just was like, you need to get your stuff and you need to leave. Because I knew he was, you know, he come in lying. Where else was he going to be but with a woman, right? And so that was the end of that whole thing. Once I put him out, we ain't never rekindled nothing. But nothing about me, I'm not the type, like, when I leave a place, whether it's a job, a person, I'm done. I ain't no going back, ain't no rekindling, because I just feel like they're your ex for a reason. You left that job, you know, you applied for something else for a reason, so stay gone, you know what I'm saying? But just thinking about that, he actually had cheated on me before when my son was like 2 weeks or something. Like, we never got along, and I don't know why I stayed. But 2 weeks after I had given birth, like, I had a C-section, and so I was like in a lot of pain still, and we just got into it, and I put him out. And that's, I'm not saying I'm right for putting him out, because I shouldn't. I feel like if you live with somebody or you have a relationship, you shouldn't keep putting them out. You shouldn't threaten to leave them, blah blah blah. Anyway, I told him to leave. He went back and started messing with his ex. How do I know? He would leave his phone in the room, phone would ding, I would see it. And that would have been cool. Well, it wouldn't have been cool. But the girl had previously keyed my car. That's a whole nother story. We're gonna have to have a whole nother mukbang about that. So I just was like, how you go talk to somebody who keyed my car? Like, how could you do that? Not only that, he told me that the girl, the crazy girl, used to keep, like, I think she, what is this? If she didn't key his mom's car, I think she sliced the tire. She did something crazy. And so I'm just like, how do you keep going back to something like that? But I had to get a restraining order on this girl. And it was just crazy. Like, she would keep calling my phone, playing on my phone. Just all kinds of crazy stuff. And I think that's another reason why I don't answer numbers I don't know. Like, because crazy people like that. And so yeah, I don't deal with that cheating stuff. Like, I feel like we can work through anything in our relationship, but if you cheat on me, I'm done. Because I feel like if you love me, you're not gonna cheat on me. I don't feel like you can love somebody and cheat on them. I just don't. A lot of people say you can. I don't feel that way, because I'm like, if you love me, why you gonna go mess with somebody else? And I'm not a cheater, so I don't understand how easy it is to just cheat. Like, if I'm attracted to one person, I'm only attracted to them. I ain't never like more than one person at a time. So I probably have emotionally cheated before. I can't lie about that, but as far as physically, I ain't never did that. And like I said before, my closest friends have always been men, and they tell me stuff. So they've said that women have cheated on them too. And I hear lately that women be cheating a lot. And so what do you think cheats more? Like, do you think men cheat more? Women? Do you think women just don't get caught? Like, what's been your experience? And I'm not judging you, because you do what you want. As long as the person don't cheat on me, I don't care what they do. Quite honestly. But it's just really intriguing to me. And I want to know, like, why do people cheat? Like, men specifically. I'm a woman, so I want to know specifically, why do men cheat? And when men are going to cheat, do they think about who they have at home, or is all of that thrown out the window? So I was actually supposed to a couple weeks ago, but I'm actually going to sit down with my best friend. We're going to do a mukbang. And we're going to talk about it, like, from a male's perspective. Just, different questions, his experiences with women, if women cheated on him, how it made him feel. Because I remember in that movie a long time ago, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Tyler Perry's character said that men fall just as hard for women. Like, men don't fall as fast, but when they fall just as hard. And so I'm sure that could be like a hit to their ego. Because I'm sure you've all heard too that women get over a man cheating for the most part. But when a woman cheats on a man, the man is like, I can't forgive you. Like, I'm gone. And I've heard that it's because when women cheat, it's more emotions and feelings involved. Whereas a man can just go cheat and do whatever he want to do. No feelings involved, no strings attached. He'll never have to talk to the woman again. So, I guess that's why. And I told you before, I love reality TV. And it always seems to come out in reality TV. Some man on the show is cheating. And this one show I watched, Love and Marriage Huntsville, everyone keeps saying that this one woman's husband is cheating on her. But she swears up and down, I don't believe it. I don't have evidence. And I'm also thinking too that if you've been married to somebody for almost 20 years, you have a lot of kids with them, it may be in front of your face that the person is cheating on you or whatever. But does that necessarily mean you're just going to up and leave and essentially throw away everything that you built with the person? So I be praying and I'm like, God, I only want 3 things from you. Outside of the things I need in a marriage, I want him to be attractive. I want him to be God-fearing. And I want him to be faithful. 3 F's: fine, faithful, and God-fearing. Other than that, I feel like we can work through, everything else. There's other things that I want, from a marriage. But those are like the 3 things that I want. Because I'm like, God, cheating stuff, I can't get with that. But then it's kind of like, would you throw everything away after 25 years? And so this conversation came up when I was younger. Somebody asked, do you think at some point all men have or will cheat? Like, what do you think? And I know Jeezy just said real men don't cheat. Like, what? I want to know your whole take on it. Your whole take on cheating. Is it a deal breaker for you? If not, what are your deal breakers in your relationships? I think that I'm not gonna say I don't think all men have cheated or will cheat, but I think 95-ish%, have or will in their life. Just based on men I know, what I see, what I've seen and just, experience, I just feel like men do. And I wonder, like, do you what I realized? I say like a lot. But I was wondering if the cheating stops once a man reaches a certain age or maturity level. Because I know this guy who used to cheat on his girlfriend all the time. Like, all the time. But that's who he had always said he wanted to marry her. Like, he was like, this is who I want to be with. But it just, at the time, he just cheated on her a lot. And so, but that's who he wanted to be with. So I just wonder if it comes with age and maturity. Like, you could be with a good woman, but that don't necessarily mean you're going to treat her the way you should. So I just wonder about stuff like that. This salad is so good. Another question. had a conversation with this guy maybe about 11 years ago. He said that a man and a woman are, if they're just friends, they're only friends because at least one of them is attracted to the other one. So if you got Becky and Bob, if Becky and Bob are friends, they're only friends because either Bob is attracted to Becky or Becky is attracted to Bob. And that's the only reason they're friends. Do you agree? Because I'm just like, a lot of my closest friends are men, and it's just a platonic relationship. Ain't nothing happened. Like, one person I ain't never even hugged, and I've been knowing him almost 20 years. Like, that just shows you how the relationship is. But then Cam Newton said on his podcast that men will be your friend for decades and be off in the cut, like you, won't say nothing, won't try you, be strictly friends, and then pounce on you if the opportunity ever arises. So I don't know. This just questions I don't know. It's just always been intriguing to me. Also, as far as dating, if I'm talking to a man, like, he has to tell me, like, he got to write on a sticky note, I like you. Do you like me? Yes or no. Other than that, I be missing the context clues. And I know some people are like, how can you miss it? It's, you ain't really missing that. And I'm like, yes, I am. Like, just because somebody texts you and check on you doesn't mean you're interested. Because I text people and check on them all the time, whether it's men or women. It don't mean I secretly want to be with them. It's just like, hey, you crossed my mind. I'm just checking on you. Or, hey, excuse me, you got a good personality. Let's chop it up real quick. But it don't mean nothing more than that. So, oh, another thing. That whole Nelly and Ashanti thing, with Nelly and Ashanti getting back together. That is why, if I'm in a relationship, I don't want him talking to his ex. I know there's a form of control and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like, again, they're your ex for a reason. And if you have to keep them around, or if you don't want to let them go, like, do you still want to be with them? And so I would be feeling like, shoot, you want to keep them around? Do you want to get back with them like Nelly and Ashanti did after 10 years? That's how I be thinking. Like, if I'm in a relationship with you, I don't want you going out to lunch with no other female, no dinner. And she don't need to be texting you like that. Like, what was she need to go get her own man because you mine. Okay? This is how I feel. I guess I have trust issues, and that's something I need to talk to my therapist about. But I don't like that. Even the thought of it makes me a little bit upset. Because I know people who do that, and I'm just like, that's your ex. Like, don't do that. Like, I really don't like that. Do you talk to any of your exes, or once you done, are you done? That remind me of the Usher song. He said something in there like, most of my exes turn to enemies. That's the way mine is. Once we done, we done. Only ex I talk to is my child's father. Other than that, I don't. Once we were done, we were done. Ain't talk back at all. So, that's just my take on it. I would love to hear how you feel. This piece of bread is so good. I would love to know how you feel about it, your thoughts, because I don't know. And then I'm like, Nicole, is that the reason you're single? Because you're insecure, you have trust issues, like, And I don't know. I just see people on TV and I know it's not real. But I'm like, how you going to lunch with her? Like, how are you doing that? I'm not okay with that. Like, you can hug somebody else, but it can't be too tight. Because you know there's certain hugs when you're interested in somebody. It needs to be a church hug. I just feel like it's a certain level of respect you should show the person you're in a relationship with. And I feel like, I feel like that's not something that I should have to tell the person I'm with. I don't even want to enter into a relationship and he still is communicating with his ex. Like, I want him to already have that. But I also know you have to teach people how to treat you. Just because I feel this way doesn't mean he feels this way. And this may be something that I have to teach and show him. And that's cool. At the same time, it'll be things that he'll have to teach and show me. But I ain't gonna lie, it would be nice to, out the gate, already have that. So tell me how you feel in the comments. I keep saying, tell me how you feel, but I really want to know how you feel because, like I said, this topic just fascinates me for some reason. And I talk about it to my male friends, not a lot, but it comes up. And when we talk about it, like, we have like the best conversations about it because we just do. But yeah, that salad was good. It kind of got a little cold because I was on the phone with my friend and I didn't want to start eating because I knew I was going to record the video. But yeah, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about your dating experiences, about cheating, who cheats more, men or women. Let me tell you something. I asked my guy friend not too long ago. I was like, did you cheat on her? Because he was trying to act all shady about it. And I was like, dude, you've told me everything else. Like, why won't you just tell me that? Like, why are you acting so suspicious about that? Like, you literally tell me everything else. And he was like, black men don't cheat. I was like, oh, there go my answer. Anybody say that means they're lying. Because black men do cheat. All men cheat. Well, all races, not all men cheat, but all races, I'm sure, cheat on the black men. But if they talk about black men don't cheat, they probably do cheat. And again, I'm not judging you because you do what you do. I don't know. That's you. You do you, I'ma do me. That's the way I feel about stuff. But I'm like intrigued. Oh, and I do know stories of women who, like, they be getting down when it come to stepping out, whether they married or not. They be like, I don't care. Then they go home, don't shower up because then they'll be all obvious and go lay in the bed with who they with. Am I ashy? And so it just, But anyway, I appreciate you once again. Thank you. Let me know in the comments if you like this style of vlog. Let me know what else you want me to talk about. I know I need to talk about my experience with therapy. And I actually recorded that vlog. That was when I made the spaghetti, but I recorded it in slow-mo. So it was like the first 20% was normal. Then the middle 80% was not normal. Then the last 20%, was normal. So I had to cut out the middle. So everything was all choppy. So I had to cut out when I was talking about my experience with therapy. But yeah, I appreciate you. I'll close out the vlog about 15 times because I keep thinking of more things to say. But I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thumbs up the video. If you have more than one YouTube account, go to all them YouTube accounts and thumbs up. Subscribe from all of your accounts because that's what I did. I subscribed from all my accounts to my account. And I be thumbs upping from all my accounts. But anyway, I will see you in the next vlog.